Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges, the weekly YouTube podcast series where we break down football in the stupidest way that you can imagine.
And boys, it's stupid.
This week is, I would reckon to say, the stupidest week I've seen in NFL football. Like,
it's up there.
This shit is crazy. So, as always, I'm your host, Love City. Welcome to the show. We got a lot to get into. We are officially now at the halfway point of the NFL season. 9 out of 18 weeks done. We're going to take a look at that, how the second half of the season is going. We'll look at standings and all that.
17 weeks.
17 weeks, yeah, not 18 weeks. Sorry. But yeah, we're past the halfway point, it's just to say. Sorry. I hate math. As you can probably tell by being a Bengals fan, I don't like to look at the score at the end and compare the difference in points. It's usually very little, and the total is very high. But anyway, we'll get into that. Don't worry.
1 point.
We'll get into that. There's only three of us here. Mamba is on a cruise celebrating probably the most impressive Bears win since 1986, and Gorlami is currently in the bowels of depression after his favorite white boy, quote-unquote, Tucker Kraft, is now out for the season with an ACL injury. So it's just
and Packers lost.
He lost to the Panthers.
I think honestly, I think he's more hurt about the Tucker Kraft loss. But that's just me.
It adds insult to injury.
Pun intended. And so it's just the three of us. So here we go.
Just the three of us.
Just the three of us, or just KDF's third wheeling. The one, the only, the Pure hand sanitizer, the Football Stooges, Maston.
Thursday night football games suck ass. This Oakland
except
Denver
when they
game
don't.
Is terrible.
The Icy Hot Bowl was peak.
True, but that's out of how many games this year?
Yeah, it's kind of like Shaq's free throw percentage. It's not looking great. And then next up, everyone, Drake May.
Okay, that's actually good. I was not expecting that too. That was very good.
Hello, K-Duff.
Right, no.
Hello.
I don't know. I saw that. I'm like, that's K-Duff's new intro. Because, Mamba has this one. That's K-Duff. Yeah. So I think everyone's going to have one at some point. I just have to wait until something seems right. I can't force it. So eventually there'll be like some screaming Eagles fan. I'll throw Mass it in. And then, Gurlami will get something. I don't know what. But yeah, welcome to the show. It's just three of us this week, so let's get right into it. But first off, the behind the scenes guy for all this, Muzzy, who used to make some of our fantasy videos before we got very busy with school. Hope that's going well for you, Muzzy, and also made all the artwork here. Is probably very happy at the outcome of the Bills Chiefs game, which, by the way, there's a new angle of the post-game handshake that we have just recently seen with Josh Allen and and Patrick Mahomes.
Behind Denver and the Chargers, and they're 8th in the AFC because Jacksonville won in overtime to move ahead of them into 7th.
Jesus Christ, it's so
and
dumb.
these two going to be forever linked. Tracy, down to you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry, I saw that. I could resist.
What the fuck happened to those logos?
Good.
Oh yeah, so again, we've had to switch from Google Chrome to Opera GX because Chrome is fucking stupid, and all the ad blocks that I keep trying to do it so we can watch the YouTube highlights without getting an ad for fucking Burger King, Whopper. I'm gonna shoot myself if I see that. It keeps stopping them from working, and it just makes it super slow and grainy and blah blah blah. So instead, we're running with Opera, and it has a force dark mode that I have to turn off and on because it's so bright, and then you do this, and
my shirt.
Yeah, and then it looks so much better here, but like that. I mean,
all the days where
too spooky for me.
So it is what it is. So I have to turn it off when we're here because then it makes the Cardinals logo look scarier than the actual team. So Here we go.
That's not bad when
100 career TD passes. Can we do Joe Theismann? Oh,
did he actually throw that much?
Yeah,
Joe Theismann. 100 career TD. Jake Delholm.
I think he maybe.
And then Carson Palmer.
As we should. All right.
I'm about to do Kurt Warner.
Touchdowns in the playoffs.
There was a quarterback. Hold on. There was a quarterback for Masson might remember. Not because you're old, but because you know the NFC East. Okay, look, I wanted to preface it with that. It was backhanded compliment kind of thing. No, actually, I was going to say the guy that won the Super Bowl with the team when they beat the Bills one of those 4 years. When it was the NFC East versus the Bills.
I
believe he was one of the first African American quarterbacks as a starter to win a Super Bowl.
Win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember the name.
I can't remember. I know who he is. I can't remember his name.
Fuck, because he didn't play for like UFL. Oh God,
wasn't Warren.
It was when Washington was no.
Oh, Doug Williams.
That's who it was. Because Tampa Bay was fucking him over too. That was it. Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, he was part of the early Bucks.
I don't know if it was the wrong
years. No, that's right. What the fuck?
What? 10 passing touchdowns.
You gotta have 10 passing touchdowns, maybe in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah. So let's do Donovan McNabb then.
McNabb. You
Don.
Just do
McNabb. Donovan McNabb. Okay, 10 passing TDs in the playoffs. We could do Cam Newton here, but I'm trying to think.
We already did Jake Delhomme. Yeah.
What other Panthers quarterbacks have there been?
Oh, Baker.
Oh my goodness.
Baker.
Doesn't count. Wow.
Oh fuck.
No, he. I thought he had 10.
He definitely has, but I guess
Cam. 10 passing touchdowns in the playoffs. Now we can do Kurt Warner.
Sure.
Okay. 98%. Holy shit. All right. Teammates of Randy Moss. Wasn't there an edge rusher that used to be on the Patriots that went to the Panthers? Was Peppers a Panther?
Julius Peppers was never a Patriot, but
sorry, Patriot I meant, yeah. No. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Randy Moss, he was a Viking. He was a Titan. He was a Patriot. He was also a Bill. Bill. No, this one. Bill.
Oh my God, Doug. Okay, I have to say this. Doug Williams has 9 passing touchdowns in the playoffs.
Damn.
Oh, so close.
Darn.
So it's not like it was being stupid. He actually did not.
It was that close.
Sorry, I actually had to look. Yeah.
I guess he would have needed 2 because he needed 10 plus. So I'm guessing that means 11 at minimum.
No, it has to be equal or greater than.
Equal or greater than. Okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of tough. I'm trying to think of Patriots because we were on the Patriots for a long time. Patriots that went to those teams.
Also, out of their one.
So think of Minnesota teammates also. He was on Minnesota.
In Minnesota?
Fuck, that was.
Is that Dante Culpepper?
Was that Dante Culpepper?
Was it? Ooh.
Is that too early or too late?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, but it might be around the time when Randy Moss was there. He was drafted there in '98.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Culpepper was on any other team.
I don't think so.
I'm looking at his wiki now. Nothing lines up with Cardinals, Panthers, or the Commies.
Culpepper never played for Washington, Carolina, okay.
Look up Chris Carter. Maybe Chris Carter was he on any of these?
Maybe.
Ooh,
also, that late Titans team. This is tough. This last bar is tough.
Yeah. No, he was only on Minnesota and Eagles and Dolphins, not on the other 3.
Danny Woodhead.
Neither team was never. But was never on Washington, Carolina, or Arizona.
Wes Welker was on any of these?
No,
I don't think so.
Definitely not.
Vince Wilfork, I think was only a Texan.
Patriot and a Texan. I think he had one other stop somewhere, but it's not memorable.
Randy Moss was on the Raiders one year.
That's right.
And Tennessee and San Fran.
And San Fran. What year was he on San Fran?
2012.
2012. Holy moly. This is tough. This is real tough.
Holy shit. Moss did play in the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Against the Ravens with San Fran.
What?
Yep.
What year? Was that
Moss
the blackout year?
2012. Yeah. 2012 when San Fran
year.
lost to Ravens. Yeah. Moss had 41 yards and 2 receptions during that game.
Wait. Got one for Cardinals. Got one for the Cardinals. Michael Crabtree.
Oh, he asked receiver like Crabtree.
That's the result you gonna get.
That he was
Michael Crabtree. Okay. Obviously, somebody knows something more about this. Panthers.
Yeah.
Kind of just like been like searching like old roster limits, just thinking like, okay, who out of this could have played?
Well, think of that championship. Oh shoot, Trent Williams. Wow, wasn't Trent Williams on that Colin Kaepernick team?
Might be too early.
Too early. That's way too early. Trent Williams went to San Fran like in 2018, 2019, I thought.
Oh, Vernon Davis.
Fuck it, Greg Olson. Damn it.
No,
I don't know.
No.
I don't. Dude, I'm fucking like a blindfolded cowboy shooting at a pop can a mile away. I'm just trying.
Vernon Davis also would have. Oh wait, Vernon Davis would work for Redskins. I mean, Commanders. Fuck.
Randy Davis. Okay, one more.
Hey.
Randy Moss, a teammate of his that played in the Panthers.
Let's see to find a link between those two.
Fuck, I was thinking Matt Castle, but he was not on the Panthers.
Really?
Because Matt Castle was on the Patriots on
I
07.
checked that too. It doesn't add up.
Well, he was never a Panther.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And neither. I just tried Mario Manning, and that also doesn't work.
Nope, not Vrabel.
No to Patrick Willis.
Oh, man, this is Panthers.
It's tough.
Wait, was Frank Gore ever a Panther?
I don't think so. I'll fucking try it.
Ooh.
Nope.
No.
All right, let's try Billy Cundiff then.
Plus, also, he was never a teammate with.
Actually, negative on Billy
Moss.
Cundiff. He wasn't a Panther.
Panthers. There were some big names on that defense the year that they lost the Super Bowl against the Broncos. Didn't they have a couple big names? They had some edge rushers, I thought.
That was 2015, 2016 season. Luke Kuechly, but he was never anyone else. Anyone else? Josh Norman. No, he was. Hold on.
Nope.
No.
Not Josh Norman.
Wait. Oh, hold on. I want to check something. No, that was too late. I was about to say Jared Allen. But he was not a teammate with. He was. Oh.
It worked. That was the most popular answer. Adrian Peterson.
Oh my god.
Adrian Peterson. Oh my god, AP. Holy moly.
On Nick Kirko too.
Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
And that's a
Show me the answers. All right. Anyway, let's quickly take a look at how NCAA football is going on right now.
It's certainly going.
Tech almost beat Louisville, but they gave up the second half.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Texas A&M isn't cursed and is in the top 3. And also after this week's sports ball, how somehow them beating LSU set them on the dumpster fire of issues they've had with their new head coaching and AD stuff.
Indiana's 9-0.
Yeah.
BYU is 8-0.
This image so low res.
UNC is 25th. UNC is ranked 25.
Wow. Wait,
I don't
hold on.
know.
Who the fuck did they actually beat?
No one.
Oh, okay.
Are they ranked?
Hold on. Wait, where are you looking at for that? I don't see UNC being ranked on the ESPN's
I don't
thing.
have an accurate one.
I'm about to say.
What the fuck was I looking at?
There we go. Shit. All right.
Maybe a couple of years ago.
Top 25 AP poll. We'll start. Okay, Ohio State and Indiana both undefeated. Purdue and Penn State are their biggest, their upcoming opponents. Indiana versus Penn State. This is going to be their toughest of the remaining games, I believe. After this, I believe they also have Purdue and Wisconsin. Purdue's the last game this season. So we'll, if they beat Penn State, the odds of them going undefeated are, for the first time in program history, are very high. Yeah. Texas A&M is third, leading the SEC. They play Missouri. That's going to be a tough game for them. Right behind them, though, Alabama will play LSU. Another tough game there as well. Georgia, another SEC team at fifth, will play Mississippi State. That will not be a tough opponent for them. Mississippi State has not won a game in the SEC in almost 2 years, I think. If not, then it's really bad. Oregon will play Iowa. They're at sixth. They're the third Big Ten team on this roster. Ole Miss will play the Citadel. This week, the Citadel. I believe it's a group. It's a very small school.
It's a FCS school. It's like a military academy, similar to a VMI. It's in South Carolina. Yeah.
Interesting.
So you have the Citadel. You have Citadel. You have VMI, which is Virginia Military Institute. Virginia Tech's technically somewhat like a not full military college, but has like the Corps Cadets, like Texas A&M does.
Okay.
And then you have like the full military academies of the Coast Guard Academy, the Naval Academy, the Air Force Academy, and Army Academy.
Then BYU leading the Big 12. They will play at Texas Tech on November 8th. Texas Tech will play BYU 8-9. That's a tough one there. Top 10 matchup in the Big 12. Two teams almost undefeated both. Texas Tech only have one loss. Notre Dame is up at 10. They'll play Navy. Oklahoma and the SEC will play Alabama in a week. They have a bye. Virginia will play Wake Forest. I believe, are they the highest ranked ACC team? They are. Georgia Tech fell a ton because they lost to NC State. Texas jumped up 7 spots. Will play Georgia after a bye week. They're going to get fucking creamed. Louisville, ACC, will play California. Vanderbilt will play Auburn. They dropped 6 spots after a tough loss against Texas. Georgia Tech dropped 8 against NC State, as I said. They'll play Boston College after a bye. Utah, up 7 spots, will play Baylor after a bye. Miami, Florida, down 8 spots, will play Syracuse. Missouri is playing Texas A&M.
Who did they lose to? It was hilarious.
They lost to Louisville like 2 weeks ago, and then...
But they lost to someone hilarious last week. SMU. That's right.
SMU.
In overtime. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. And then USC at number 20 will play Northwestern. Michigan at number 21 will also play Northwestern after a bye. So shout out Northwestern football.
Oh, damn. Big takeaway by the Broncos.
Memphis up 3 spots will play Tulane. Tennessee down 9 spots is going to play New Mexico State, after a bye. Washington will play Wisconsin at Wisconsin. And Cincinnati, who fell 8 spots after a tough loss, will play against Arizona. Now, this is the first week where we actually get to see the college football playoff rankings. So here we go. As you can see behind us.
Ohio State. Oh, they lost to Utah. Up there. Sorry, I'll see who Cincinnati lost to.
So this is saying that it looks like they're predicting Ohio State to win the Big Ten because they are the highest ranked Big Ten seed. Then they're saying that Texas A&M won the SEC. And then they're going to put Indiana and Alabama. It looks like the runners-up for the Big Ten and the SEC on either side. Behind Katif there is Georgia, and they're at number 5. They are the first seed out. They would play Memphis, who they're predicting to win. I believe the American is the conference they're in.
I can't get out of the way of it.
Then, obviously, Notre Dame is independent. They don't get a bye because they're not a conference. I believe also because of this, they're predicting Texas Tech to win the Big 12, or actually to lose the Big 12 against BYU, but BYU to be in there with them. Then Oregon would be the 3rd team out of the Big 10 in here. Ole Miss would be the 3rd team of the SEC. And then they're predicting Virginia to win the ACC. They are the highest ranked ACC team, so it's entirely possible. So this is... looks like 3 Big Ten teams. You have Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. And then SEC, you have A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss. So 3 Big Ten, 4 SEC, 1 ACC, 2 Big 12, 1 American, and 1 independent.
The only ranked win that UVA had was FSU, and you see how they dropped.
Yeah, I like... This is a very preliminary one. I don't think they're going to make it in. I'd rather see Georgia Tech.
Here's UVA's games: win against Coastal Carolina, loss against NC State, win against William Mary, win against Stanford. I think this is before they fired their coach. Win against Florida State. Louisville would be the other one because they weren't ranked at the time.
Still, they're pretty good.
Washington State barely won against UNC, and then Cal.
I mean, it's not a shit resume. It ain't great, though. So we'll have to see how it goes. Again, I think Georgia Tech has the ability to beat Georgia if they play to their utmost ability. And if that happens, all hell breaks loose. So, but that's enough college football. Let's go ahead and move it on over to Katif News.
5 teams tied for 2 teams tied for 7. Okay, sorry.
Something like that, you're right. All right, so starting out with injury news, and holy fuck was there a lot this week. Starting out after they only... Oh, yeah, well...
And the trades.
You know how I fucking start this, Macedon. Anyway. After they only just got him back, as we start with the for the year stuff, Chargers offensive tackle Joe Alt now out the remainder of the year with ankle surgery on... Bears defensive end Dayo Odeyingbo has torn his Achilles. Got 3 more torn ACLs for Bills defensive end Michael Hoach, Packers tight end Tucker Kraft, and the injuries just keep on coming for them. 49ers rookie defensive end Michael Williams. And then there's the Commanders, who cornerback Marshawn Lattimore also tore his ACL. Wide receiver Luke McCaffrey's got a broken collarbone. And while it's not confirmed he's out for the remainder of the year, it basically is. We all saw that fucking arm bend the way it did. And honestly, I have no idea how Jaden Daniels only got away with a dislocated elbow out of it. A plus side, it's not on his throwing hand, so he's not completely fucked. But I mean, we'll get closer to talking about it when we actually get to the game. But how the fuck do you keep him in when you're being blown up that much and then drop that play call?
Dan Quinn decided to go back to the Falcons coaching.
What? I guess, yeah. Anyway, short to long-term stuff. Jaguars two-way player Travis Hunter, he's going to be out 4 games going on IR with a knee injury. Lions guard Christian Mahogany's got knee and ankle injuries that's going to keep him out at 2 months minimum. Packers cornerback Nate Hobbs has an MCL sprain. He's going to miss at least 2 games. Cardinals are putting quarterback Kyler Murray on IR with a foot injury, which, it sounds like his career in Arizona might be over. They're benching him for the remainder of the year for Jacoby Brissett. So
you know what he's going to have a lot of time for that drops soon?
That is true.
He had perfect timing for it. Well.
Just in time. Wow. Oh, coincidence? I think so.
Sorry.
It's okay. Moving on. Out at least this week, Broncos wide receiver Marvin Mims Jr. is not playing tonight because of concussion protocol, and Colts defensive end DeForest Buckner has got a neck injury that he will not be playing with the team when they go to Germany this weekend. Other questionables, Bears running back DeAndre Swift with his groin injury, and tight end Cole Kmet is in concussion protocol. Patriots wide receiver Kayshon Boutte with his hamstring issue. Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua with a rib injury. Not the booty. Jaguars linebacker Devin Lloyd with a calf strain, and wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. with ankle injuries. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud is in concussion protocol. I think they've actually downgraded him to out.
Yeah, after that hit, he got fucking Sean Payne bringing back Bountygate.
Yeah,
that hit was bad.
I've been hearing the rumors too that like someone alleged he was bringing back Bountygate, but it's just hard hitting defense. I guess I don't fucking know. Let me go through the rest of these real quick. Seahawks wide receiver Cooper Kupp and Falcons defensive end Leonard Floyd with hamstring injuries. Bengals running back Samaje Perine, Bills running back James Cook, and Dolphins running back Ollie Gordon, all with ankle injuries. Lions cornerback Tyrion Arnold with a back injury. Browns wide receiver Isaiah Bond with a foot injury. Panthers running back Rico Dowdle with a quad injury. And Buccaneers defensive end Hassan Reddick with a knee injury. Adding on to the 49ers list, nothing really new from last week, except we're now throwing defensive end Yetur Gross-Matos on there with a hamstring issue. And let's see, other injury news. The NFL has officially fined the Ravens $100,000 for injury report violations that accidentally incorrectly listed quarterback Lamar Jackson's injury designation on a practice report as him being eligible in a practice he did not take place in about 2-3 weeks ago. And Chargers linebacker Diane Henley played their tight game against the Titans last week, despite learning through his teammates that his brother Jabari was shot and killed in LA the night before. So lots of with him, I guess. Now we move on to the moment we've all been waiting for. The trades, as the deadline was this past Tuesday. So let's see what we've missed out on. First off, the Eagles, you've got 2 new players. You acquired former Ravens cornerback Jair Alexander and former Dolphins linebacker Jalen Phillips. So mostly depth pieces, I guess, for you from the looks of it.
Yeah, it's basically what it is.
Yeah. But then again, there's the Colts who, the
you
Jets
forgot
who,
one. Sorry, you did say Jalen Phillips. There was another one. I think Michael Carter was from.
Michael Carter. I don't think they moved him, actually.
I think Eagles trading wide receiver John Mechie for 2 Jets for Michael
I discussed
Carter.
this. I think I mentioned this the other week. Yeah,
this
was 2 weeks ago.
That's right. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no problem. Because I actually don't know if I missed that on it too. But the Jets, they also moved on from 2 other big former first rounders and made out like fucking bandits for it. First off, former cornerback Sauce Gardner is now a member of the Colts. They acquired him for 2 first-round picks, plus wide receiver Adonai Mitchell. Now, the 2 first-round picks I kind of get. But does tacking on Adonai Mitchell feel like an overpay, or is it just because they need wide receiver help?
I think it's just a Colts saying, we'll give you 2 first-round picks if you take Mitchell away from us. So it's addition by subtraction for the Colts.
I don't think 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner is a bit of a lot. Honestly,
that is a lot. But I think they're thinking all in now.
Yeah, it pretty much. Yeah. And so are the Cowboys, who are once again all in my ass. They've acquired former Jet defensive tackle Quinnen Williams for a first, a second, and for defensive tackle Mozzie Smith. So they swapped DTs, and the Cowboys gave up 2 picks for him. So by that logic, Jets now hold, on paper right now, 5 first-round picks over the next 2 drafts. That's 3D chess if I've ever heard it.
And they're going to fuck it up,
the Cowboys. Probably, yeah. The organization's curse when it comes to drafting first-round talent. Also, the Cowboys stick with the Cowboys. They picked up Lob's old buddy, linebacker Logan Wilson, and trade for a 7th rounder. So here's your Micah Parsons replacement, I guess. About 9 weeks too late. Also, the Jets have acquired former Charger safety Jasir Taylor and trade for a 7th round pick. That's probably just to get some sort of production for the secondary with Sauce gone. Sticking with the Chargers, they've also acquired former Saints offensive tackle Trevor Penning in a trade for a 6th round pick. This one makes absolute sense to me because Penning's been slipping down the depth chart in New Orleans. The Chargers have no healthy O-linemen to serve as tackles right now. So there you go.
And that's not steep of a price for a 6th round pick, I think.
Not at all, no. With Penning's injury history, that's actually pretty fair. So is this one. The Seahawks are acquiring former Saints wide receiver Rashid Shaheed in a trade for 4th and 5th round picks. I honestly figured they'd move on from somebody like, I don't know, Michael Thomas or Chris Olave as well. Just completely gut that thing and gut whatever's holding them back and then try to rebuild through the draft and free agency next year. But guess not. But I mean, Rashid Shaheed going, that was something a lot of people already expected. They've been thinking he was going to be being used as a trade piece for a while now. Speaking of guys that have been waiting for a while now, Jacoby Myers, he finally got his trade request he asked for way back when the season started, granted. He's now a member of the Jaguars in a trade for a 4th and 6th round pick. Ravens have acquired former Titans defensive end Draymond Jones in a trade for a 5th round pick. Also, a lot less sales from the Titans, considering I figured they'd also be blowing it up too, because the only other move I got from them is claiming former Seahawks safety Jaron Reed off waivers. And the Falcons also signed former Commanders kicker Zane Gonzalez because they might have released that guy that they cut Younghoe Koo for after a certain thing that happened in the in the Patriots game. We'll get to that.
You were shitting your pants, weren't you, during that game?
Maybe a little. That's the other stuff for retirement. Yeah. It's, I'm surprised that Black Hole didn't open up in our restaurant when that game was going off. Let's just say that. Anyway, retirement news. Long snapper Rick Lovato has announced his retirement after 10 years in the league. He spent that time with the Chargers, Bears, Packers, Commanders, and Eagles, ending his career out a 2-time Super Bowl champ with Philly, a 1-time Pro Bowler, and has 23 tackles and 1 forced fumble over 147 career games. Now on to miscellaneous news. The Dolphins finally fired General Manager Chris Greer, who has spent a combined 25 years with the Dolphins, and the past 10 of them as the GM. Former Raiders General Manager Champ Kelly, who's been serving as a personnel executive, will be serving the remainder as interim. As for Mike McDaniel, Dolphins have confirmed he will be remaining until at least the end of the season. So it sounds like it's going to be essentially what the Patriots did with Belichick a couple of years ago. We're just going to let him run out this dumpster fire and then just mutually part ways, or just fire him the second Black Monday starts. Who the fuck knows? Also joining him on the unemployment line, I said it last week, and it's actually happened. Auburn has fired head coach Hugh Freeze after 2 seasons with the team and a 15-19 record. His buyout's going to be set at $15.7 million, making the total buyouts for fired head coaches this year now past the threshold of $200 million. And defensive coordinator DJ Durkin will be serving the remainder of the season as interim. Sticking with the college ranks, former Northwestern head coach Pat Fitzgerald has officially settled his $130 million lawsuit with the school for wrongful termination, which saw him end his 17-year career there amid allegations of hazing in the program. Commanders have Commanders linebacker Frankie Louvu has been fined $100K for repeated health and safety violations, i.e., he was originally going to be suspended a game for what would have been his third hip drop tackle penalty he took. But they've now changed that to just a fine. And this is something that I feel like should have happened a long fucking time ago. But as an update from the last Antonio Brown thing that happened all the way back in May, he has been officially extradited from Dubai to the U.S. on the attempted murder charges from him trying to shoot that security guard at a celebrity boxing event in Florida. So some justice in the world, I guess. Finally getting that terror off the fucking streets. At least until they actually convict him for it. And finally, I got to end this on some downer notes, unfortunately. Former Bengals tight end and broadcaster Bob Trumpy has passed away at the age of 80. He played all 9 years in the league with the Bengals, ending his career a one-time first-team All-AFL, two-time Pro Bowler, part of Sid's 50th anniversary team, and had 4,600 yards for 35 touchdowns before moving to broadcasting, where he called 4 Super Bowls, 6 Hall of Fame games, 3 Ryder Cups, and 3 Olympic Games. Next up, former Chargers linebacker Woodrow Lowell has passed away at the age of 71. He spent his entire 10-year career with the Chargers, ending at a one-time national championship with Alabama, remember their 40th and 50th anniversary teams, and had 21 interceptions over 151 career starts. And sadly, I have one more third one after news broke earlier today that the Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon has passed away at the age of 24 following a police chase in Frisco, Texas that culminated in him taking his own life. That was officially confirmed in the report by Shefty about 9 hours ago now. I could not tell you. I don't think anyone could tell you what was going through his mind when he did that, but our thoughts are with the Cowboys and his family. He's ending his career after only 1.5 seasons with Dallas after being a second-round pick out of Western Michigan with them, ending his career with 1 sack, a touchdown, a fumble recovery, and only after just this past Sunday blocking a kick against the Cardinals. Rest in peace to all those 3. That's all I got.
Thank you, Kid Up. And as you said, our thoughts go out for his family and the team as well. All righty. Back to
Oh, we're gonna go with it.
This is a hot one we're starting with.
Yep.
I saw him score this touchdown at the beginning. I'm like, we're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Charlie Jones, though, that was nice.
Here, hold this.
Hickory dickory, we got some chicory.
But then you don't fucking cover Caleb.
They're bombs.
Yeah, how the fuck did T. Higgins
get dunked on by her dad?
Done by my dad.
Oh, freaking laser beam!
Actually, how Zacchaeus is always great.
I dropped my hot pocket.
You got to hold your football.
We gotta talk about
hold
that.
your lover.
You what? Here, hold this.
Hold on, what?
That block from the Browns.
It's a shifter.
Yeah, I can't say his name correctly.
Monangai.
Here, hold this.
Mongai. He was making some good runs.
We both nurturing
Oh, and
no.
then
Oh, no.
challenge this play, and it becomes a touchdown.
I got this.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. What's
Now,
the procedure?
if it ended like this, it would be amazing.
Forget about the fucking toe. We are back.
I got this.
Because do this,
2 seconds
an
later.
easy win, right?
Laser beam.
Right?
Missed tackle, and he just runs.
And the best part, too, is your old buddy Colston Loveland with the game winner.
Your defense sucks ass, dude. Do not And then I love how Zach Taylor like punishes Chase Brown when Chase Brown is
draft
right.
De'Veon Terrell? Is that even a positive?
This was all after a players-only defensive meeting.
Zach Taylor
lost
the locker room.
Zach Taylor lost the locker room a year ago.
Yeah.
So the final score, 47-42. Bears get the win. This is the most these two teams are going to score for a while, it feels like. Well, the Bears, not the Bengals. The Bengals could probably score 57 and still lose by 3. This statistically was, I think, one of Joe Flacco's best days. Other than the picks. He went 31 for 47 for 470 yards at the age of 40. He hasn't. This is the most amount of passing yards. This is the most amount of passing yards Flacco has ever had in his career in a game. He hasn't done this with Baltimore in his elite days. He hasn't done this with Indy. He didn't do it with the Browns. He's 40 and doing it with the Bengals. That's how good this offense is. This offense has talent in almost every single position, and like all they need is a quarterback that can go out and lead it. And when it's Burrow or Flacco, they do great.
Breaks here. So I've been saying it. Geno Smith is hurt. Kenny Pickett is now in for the worst.
Flacco had 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. One of the picks was kind of late. It was like literally a Hail Mary. It was the Hail Mary. So really, just like honestly, just one pick. If I'm being honest,
thing is though that was a flaccid Hail Mary. That arm punt did not go as far as I thought.
He's 40.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You inconsiderate fuck. Respect your elders. Well, I mean, you're younger than him, or he's younger than you.
And Kenny Pickett has immediately thrown into Dolphin.
Okay, but I mean, he had majestic arm punts, and then that game, he ends it with that. Just God,
he's 40. Sad. He's got like 3 kids at home. Give him a break, dude. Like, what the fuck? Rushing the ball, we didn't run it a ton, honestly. Montez Sweat did a good job of locking it down there. Brown, 11 carries, 37 yards. Receiving, though, T. Higgins, 7 for 121 and 2 touchdowns. Chase, 6 for 111. Brown, 8 for 75. Ishovas, 5 for 66. Tanner Hudson, 2 for 42. Noah Fant, 2 for 28 and a touchdown. And Michael Tinsley, 1 for 27. Like, amazing. Going on to the Bears, Caleb Williams, 20 for 34 for 280 and 3 touchdowns with no picks. He also ran the ball 5 times for 53 yards, most of them non-design runs. Manungai, 26 carries, 176 yards. Wow. This guy was a backup running back. There was no DeAndre Swift. If there was DeAndre Swift, they would be erecting statues of him in Mount Olympus. The guy would have probably had 500 rushing yards. Ridiculousness. Receiving, Colston Loveland, 6 receptions, 118 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He was their lead receiver and had that massive reception at the end of the game that won it. The biggest thing is our defense can't stop anything. Shamar Stewart, for starting defensive ends, is like in the bottom quartile for tackles, TFLs, sacks, pressures, and pass rush wins. The guy has done jack fucking squat, and people were wondering why we didn't want to pay him and have contract clauses and shit like that. Albeit shitty a way to do it. I mean, like, why did we draft him in the first place if the guy turned out to be a fucking bust? The defense can't play. We just got rid of Logan Wilson, who, I mean, didn't play much, but at the same time, like, yeah, he's gone. I mean, like, they were running on the edge against us constantly. Do you know who was an amazing defensive end run stopper that, played really well for this team for a long time? Sam Hubbard. Do you know who retired rather than getting cut? Sam Hubbard. He was our run stopper on the edge and forced teams to run up the middle. And then we had a guy like Jermaine Pratt all those years ago, or Von Bell even, that could, fill the A gap and just fucking train against a rock wall, just hit somebody and stop them. Then we force teams
also,
to
I don't
pass.
want to see you drafted the wrong Aggies edge rusher, but Nick Scorton's on the Panthers now, and he's having a pretty okay year for a rookie.
I mean, yeah, we can't draft DNs. Like, besides Sam Hubbard, who turned out very good, we've drafted Miles Murphy, who doesn't play much, and Shamar Stewart, who's already looking like a fucking, just blah. We haven't drafted a good defensive.
What about that other guy you drafted? Knight out of South Carolina.
Well, he plays middle linebacker. You know, he's out there in the linebacker area. He's not playing edge. The last time we drafted a good defensive like edge or lineman was probably Geno Atkins or Carlos Dunlap. And they played with Carson Palmer for a little bit, I believe. So, yeah. So our defense can't stop shit. And then also to see...
Trying to look for that the review or that one sack. Oh, no, not that one.
I'm not sure what he's looking for either, actually.
Looking for the sack.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking for, dude.
I'm looking for the sack. It was in this quarter because this is the way they're facing.
Still hasn't found what he's looking for. But was that it?
I don't know if it may be in the highlights or not.
Could be.
Oh, that might have been it. Oh, here it is.
I don't think this is it. Because Flacco did take 3 sacks. Still pretty good for such a long, prolonged game where he had 47 pass attempts. That's not a horrible number.
Yeah.
It ain't great, but at the same time, it's not the best thing in the world. It was in the video. Hold on.
I bet there was and nobody's blocking, right?
So as you can see by that play there, okay, that was Orlando Brown, and 95 on that was Austin Booker. Okay, Austin Booker is 6'6", 245, strong guy from Kansas, 2024 pick, round 5 pick 114. So I believe does that mean he's a rookie? I believe 2024 NFL draft. The 2025 season?
No.
So it's his second year. Young guy, 6'6", 245. Pretty big. Orlando Brown, 6'8", nearly 300. And not only is he almost out of the picture, this motherfucker's in the fucking dog position.
He got
any farther.
Kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical. Motherfucker. This motherfucker's name on Instagram is Zeus. You don't look like Zeus. You look like Hera right now, bitch. That's what I'm saying.
You look like you're about to get kicked out the side of the thing and just hear the Super Smash Bros. Announcer go, Gabe!
Exactly. This is an all-pro tackle. It's supposed to be, and just got fucking manhandled. Bitch gone. So, I don't know what's left for the Bengals season. They're 3-6. It's not over, but it's not great. At this point, we'd have to win out in order to get to 11 wins. That's going to be tough.
Oh, so you're in the denial stage because your season was practically over the second Joe Burrow's out 3 months.
I mean, the way Flacco's played, it shouldn't have been.
But
you're right. Flacco's been playing fine, but your defense...
Oh, it's horrible. I mean, again, if the two Ohio teams came together and we took Cleveland's defense and our offense, Super Bowl. You can't.
God, yeah.
Yeah. You can't. Honestly, we should do that.
Why does Browns,
USA, why don't we start a war? Right? And then draft people. And then when we draft people, it's going to make us have the Steagles, except it'll be the Cincinnati Browns, you know? We'll take them away from that shithole Cleveland. You'll come here, we'll have to wear those ugly uniforms, whatever. We'll play in Cincinnati, and it'll be the Cincinnati Browns. We'll just take your defense, you know, go have Dylan Gabriel go be a Marine, I guess. I don't know. This shit.
Lob, this administration's already volatile enough. Please don't tell them to start Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we just show the
final play?
Zach Taylor's challenge.
What was the play challenge? I heard it was dumb.
Shit.
So,
they were. I don't think it was a dumb challenge. It was. It was
challenging if he fumbled to the back of the end zone because he was down at the 1.
Oh, it was on the over the line bit. Yeah, right.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. It was much later. It was in the fourth quarter.
Oh.
It was nearing the end of the game, 2 or 3 minutes left.
No, that's the Loveland winner.
Wait, they're not showing it?
They might not shown it.
I guess not.
There's so many highlights from this game. This is only a 20-minute video, but the biggest thing is that it was like he reached, and they were trying to figure out whether he gained or lost possession when his arm was over the plane. Because if the second you break the plane, no matter what else is happening, you have your possession, you break the plane, you're in bounds, touchdown, stop. Like basically, time stops. Anything after that doesn't matter. So we were challenging if he broke the plane. If he didn't have possession when he broke the plane, and the ball went through the end zone, it would have been a touchback. Not a bad challenge. It just, at that point, Zach Taylor's trying to just, do anything. The enemies at the gates, just throw the kitchen sink at them at that point. Because, the defense couldn't do anything.
The thing is, though, there should be some, they usually have someone, in a way, upstairs looking at the replays, be like, yeah, go ahead and challenge.
To a degree.
Yeah, but still, that was just hilarious.
Yeah.
That's just the Bengals season right there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Dude, and Orlando Brown is just leaning. Look at this pass rep from him. Tight stance, and then he gets bullied, and then gets fucking, and is it, move your feet! I'm not an expert by any means, but fuck, dude. Shout out to the Bears for winning the game. You guys stuck with it. You guys really did stick with it.
This was a surprise. Brian Flores brought the house against
what is
Detroit.
Real anymore? What is real? Because 27-24, Vikings get the win. I would say JJ McCarthy needs to get dinged up and play every other game because when he comes off of an injury and starts a game, Bears dub, Lions dub. Everything else that's happened so far, 27-24, the final score.
He got hurt early on. I'm not super surprised he hasn't had that much.
27-24, the final score. Vikings get the win in Detroit. JJ McCarthy, 14 for 25 for 143, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 5 sacks. Holy fuck. What? 14 for 25 for 143, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 5 sacks.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, 9 for 78. Jordan Madison, 10 for 36 as well. Good job there.
I thought they had touchdowns.
1 touchdown from McCarthy running. Then receiving, Jordan Addison, 2 for 48. Justin Jefferson, 6 for 47 and a touchdown. Aaron Jones, 2 for 20. And Jalen Naylor, 1 for 16. For the Lions, Jared Goff, 25 for 37 for 284. 2 touchdowns, no picks, but also took 5 sacks. Running the ball for them, not great though. 11 for 40 for Montgomery with a touchdown. And 9 for 25 for Gibbs. Receiving, Laporta, 6 for 97 and a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 for 97. And Jameson Williams, 4 for 66 and a touchdown. Big defensive plays from both. There was a sack by Javon Hargrave, 2 by Eric Wilson, 1 by Jalen Raymond, 1 by Levy Drake Rodriguez for a total of 5 for the defense of Minnesota. And then for Detroit, 1 by Jack Campbell, 1 by Derek Barnes, 1 by Tyler Lacey, and 1 by Aiden Hutchinson, as well as 1 by Alquadin Muhammad. 5 in total for the Lions as well. Very defensive-minded game. But the Vikings were able to take care of the advantages when they needed to. They were able to score 3 times with touchdowns and get 2 field goals, put them above the Lions just by a little bit, and it was enough to win the game. Hard-fought, hard-nosed NFC North victory for these guys. Great win by them. Way to turn it around. And again, I think this game, among some others that we'll talk about, is the pinnacle of this week being one of the stupidest, because who the fuck saw this?
Brian Flores able to stop Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, I think, was the big difference.
Which it's not like the Lions did nothing on offense. Goff still had 2 touchdowns,
But thing is, though, it's once you stop Gibbs and Montgomery, you take out a decent amount. And, I know they still did stuff, but the Vikings defense able to stop them to do enough to get
slowed them down marginally, I feel like. 24 points by the Lions is a decent number. It's just that their offense was just clicking. And even then, the numbers don't jump off the page. 14 for 25 for 143, 2 and 1 for McCarthy.
They had short fields a little bit also.
Yeah. Well, only one lost fumble by Montgomery. One recovery.
I thought there was also
by
interception.
No picks for Jared Goff.
I might be thinking a different game, but still,
Yeah.
they were able to just hold them.
Yeah. Great defense by them. I mean, Jack Fox, Detroit punting, five punts, 238 total yards. So only one punt return for the Vikings for 7 yards. 61-yard long kick return, though, not for a touchdown, though. So some extra special teams help there. Yeah. So, I mean, tough, again, hard-nosed win in a very tough division. One of the tougher ones in football, I think, this year. But great win by the Vikings. For the Lions, this is a game where your run game should be a little bit better, and your defense should be doing a little bit more, I think. Because, yeah, you got a ton of sacks, but it didn't really amount to anything. The numbers on the stat sheet show that, you should have won this game, but no, there's just touchdowns. It's because they got in good field position through some special teams or some other ways. And there's a couple different bailouts that honestly were given to them that feel like, this should have been in your favor, but just a couple things aligned just right and it wasn't. So tough loss.
Vikings did block a field goal too.
Mm-hmm. And that's the difference. It's a 3-point game, 27-24. But yeah, good thing Gorlami's not here to see this.
Oh yeah, the trap.
Yeah, playing down to competition, Matt LaFleur. What are we doing? 16-13 the final score.
The Steelers?
Yeah, 16-13 the final score. The Panthers get the win in Lambeau. In a game where the Packers were so confident about their win, they decided to wear their Leatherhead throwbacks. It's cool uniforms. I like the look, the kind of the Illinois Leatherhead style. But yeah, rough. The amount of comments that I saw on social media about Jordan Love playing with, and I quote, poop in his brain was alarmingly consistent. He didn't honestly play that bad. 26 of 37 for 273, no touchdowns. However, the one interception he did throw was worse than anything I've ever seen Brett Favre throw in my life. I'm not even kidding. Where is it here?
Was it really late in the game, or was this?
I think it's here. 4th down, 4th and 8. So you have to get a touchdown here, okay? Here's Love. Kdf, you need to watch this. You need to watch this, Kdf. Here we go.
Was this? No, I thought this was dropped.
Pockets breaking down. Oh, yeah, this was dropped, but still at the same time, like, this should have been a pick. And then...
Yeah. Across the body.
Straight to a fucking defender.
This too? Who is this too, dog? Who is in frame? This is a pretty wide shot. Kdf,
if Matthew Golden's in that end zone, that is a horrible overthrow. But
Kdf, point to the Packer on screen.
I see the G for the score bug.
I see the edge of a Packers jersey in the stands. Does that count?
And then it was dropped right there by number 2, Mike Jackson, who probably had honestly
what Love was playing like number 2.
Everyone was sweeping the other direction. That would have been a pick 6. He was thinking about running that one. Rushing, Josh Jacobs 17 for 87 and a touchdown, pretty good numbers. Romeo Doubs 7 for 91. Biggest issue here for the Packers offense is they lost probably their best receiver, who's a tight end, Tucker Kraft, for the season with an ACL injury. My wife was literally in tears when she heard that news on a Monday. Not a happy camper. For the Panthers, Bryce Young, 11 for 20 for 102, no touchdowns, 1 pick. I mean, another, quarterback stat that just doesn't... honestly, nearly a bad game. 9 incompletions, almost literally 50% completion percentage, 102 passing yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack. Just very blah numbers. However, Rico Dwaddle, 25 carries, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Rico Dowdle.
That's yeah. He doesn't dawdle in that backfield. He gets to the point. He just goes. And then receiving, a guy who's really starting to become a very talented receiver and probably the number one option for this team. Sergio McMillan, 446 receiving. 46 out of 102 total passing yards were just to McMillan. So massive target, wiry, lanky, looks almost like a KD of football. So bodes well for the Panthers offense going forward. I still think they need to find a quarterback, the cornerstone quarterback, and I still don't feel like Bryce Young is that. Maybe he needs some time to develop, but I think the clock is starting to tick here a little. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, the biggest thing is this Packers offense was just couldn't decide whether they were good or bad. Like one drive they do pretty good and they're pushing pretty far, and then it just stalls. And then I mean, they didn't score a touchdown to the fourth quarter. That was a rushing touchdown.
Okay, this wasn't the missed kick.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand. You have a really probably top 10-ish running back in Josh Jacobs. You have a solid O-line. Your defense should be amazing. Your weakest area is your corners, but you still have Kenny Clark and Micah Parsons, and you got one sack against Carolina.
The run defense is bad again.
Yeah, the run defense is bad again. McDuffie's got to step up a little bit there. Xavier Leggett is fucking dead. Holy shit.
Case in point. Like, how did that man stand back up?
Dude.
Oh my God.
He stood back up.
That should have been like, hey, head to the head there.
Someone probably came over and said, hey, someone just fried a raccoon for you. And he's like, oh, Remember when Baba Boucher came back and the Panthers won the Bourbon Bowl, do you?
We'll put you on the IR. You can go to the Roadkill Cafe. You're fine.
Yeah, oh my
Enrico Dowdle.
Yeah, so I don't know what else needs to be said, but this was like the Packers should have gotten.
If the Panthers keep playing like this, great. If the Packers keep playing like this, Matt LaFleur is getting fired.
Yeah, you make a move at the beginning of the season to basically go all in. You go and get Micah Parsons, one of the best edge rushers, and he's done good. He hasn't been like, knock your socks
not defensive
off.
Player of the he's not defensive player of the year.
He's still playing through a back injury, which is rough.
But then still doing good.
Yeah. Then again, Jordan Love, a la many of his fans, is currently playing with poop in his brain. And the offense has been very wishy-washy. So, good teams go out. They compete in tough games. They win many of those tough games. But when they go and they play teams that are not at their level, they show those teams why they're not at their level. I know this is professional football. Everyone's a professional. Everyone was good enough in college to get to the NFL, and no one's just straight ass unless it's Cam Taylor-Britt. But even then, this shouldn't have happened by almost every mean. And yet, you go down and you play to this level. I just don't get it. I don't. To the Panthers, credit where credit is due. Rico Dwaddle and even that O-line, too, played out of their mind. That was also the play there where Tucker Kraft got hurt. You can see him go down on that cross block.
Right. Oh,
legal chop defense there by the defender, number 11, goes down, and just because of that, Kraft is able to stop in time, gets the rear end of one of his own linemen into the knee and ACL. But yeah, you really.
I want to look at the. Let's see. Carolina's second in the NFC South at 5-4,
behind Tampa, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they'll pass them because, oh my God,
no.
man, let's turn this shit off. Jesus.
So, I don't consider Panthers a bad team, I'll say mid.
Yeah.
Speaking of mid teams, or at least in Tennessee's case,
Tennessee's bad. They're not mid. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know, but just
27-20 the final score. This was a little close here, Mr. Harbaugh.
Well, I mean, when you're going with your like 8th string O-line,
Justin Herbert, 19 for 29 for 250, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 6 sacks. He was their lead rusher, 9 carries, 57 yards and a touchdown. Their lead rusher, other than that, was Jarrett Patterson, 9 for 44. Lead receiver, Oronde Gadsden II. What in the name of Dingle McCringleberry is this fucking roster right now?
No, we missed the Hingham we missed the Hingham McCringleberry celebration with Carolina.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle did 2 pumps. He did 2 pumps and was flagged rather than the 3, which the Key and Peele
way too many. Pumps.
And also, the kicker missed the extra point after that penalty.
Yeah, because it pushed him back 15 yards. And now that the kick isn't from like the 5, it's from like the 15. That moved it back to where it's not necessarily a chip shot. So the Chargers were willed to victory by Justin Herbert. The Titans were willed to a loss because they're the Titans. Cam Ward, 12 for 21 for 145, no touchdowns, no picks, 4 sacks. Tony Pollard, 10 carries, 56 yards on the ground. And Eric Ayomanor, 3 for 46. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry. Sacks, though. Imanor, 6 sacks for the Titans. 1 by Cedric Gray, 2.5 by Jahad Ward, 1.5 by Draymond Jones, sorry. 1 by Sebastian Joseph Day, and that's a total of 6. And then for the Chargers, they had 4. 1 by Darian Henley, 2 by Odafe Owe, and 1 by Tiapilo 2. 4 sacks for them. So really strong defensive day there. Was that the 300-pound?
Matlock.
Oh
yeah,
my
Matlock.
God. Oh my God, Harbaugh!
Beautiful.
My God.
A fucking defensive was he defensive tackle?
He was a DT, and Harbaugh's like, "Yeah, you're playing fullback."
He was
like,
at one point.
Oh, shit. All right. Wow.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's
beautiful. I think they had Tonga do an offensive play while we were playing the Falcons.
But still,
yeah,
I think
Scott Matlock,
Chargers,
1 reception, 2 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 target. What a performance. MVP.
Chargers is a good team. It's just, I think it's the injuries.
They got the Niners. They got the Niners.
Injuries, the O-line. Yeah, it's just not great.
Fucking punt.
Yeah, it was in the end zone.
Yeah.
And was this turned back for a touchdown, or was this?
It was a phenomenal punt. Just the coverage sucked because it was like 85 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
anyway,
he was trying to get out of end zone. Like he was almost at the end back end.
Yep. So Chargers get the win by 7. Titans. I mean, it was kind of a silver lining that you only lost by 7. But again, the season's just done. You're 1-8. You fired your head coach. It's just move on to the next season. Get some good draft picks. You didn't really move anybody at the trade deadline. So, but again, a lot of this team's young. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on. I guess.
Had to do a little more, to be honest.
Or if they're already ruined Cam Ward.
They haven't ruined Cam Ward since first year.
I know, but Callahan was.
I mean, yeah, he was like they were talking about Callahan being too complex with the play calls. Kind of like when Stafford in that mic'd up clip is like, okay, whoa,
Oh, yeah,
whoa.
I've seen that clip.
Yeah, he keeps going.
So apparently we found the kryptonite, and his name is Drake London.
22-24 the final score. Patriots get the win by 1 at home. Drake May, 19 for 29 for 259, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, took 6 sacks. Rushing, Trayvon Henderson, 14 for 55 on the ground. And receiving, Demario Douglas, 4 receptions, 100 yards and a touchdown. Moving on to the Falcons, Michael Penix, 22 for 37 for 221, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack. On the ground, Bijan, 12 carries, 46 yards, still not a lot. 12 of the 16 carries went to him, but still, honestly, I'd like to see him get minimum 20. And then Drake London, 9 receptions, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Damn. Christian Gonzalez was in the game. He was apparently just MIA for coverage against Drake London. So, K-Duff, why don't you give your thoughts on this game,
fucking...
being the resident Patriots fan?
Yeah, how the fuck does this team get blown the fuck out by a Dolphins team that's completely given up and then go up against the Patriots and nearly take us to the limit? I don't fucking get it. Like, Falcons, you are incredibly inconsistent to the point it is extremely frustrating. I don't know what the hell Raheem Morris is doing just like being a passenger one week and then having a performance like this the next. The defense, though, I mean, like you said, I don't know what Christian Gonzalez was on, but it definitely wasn't covering Drake London. It was, or at least covering him effectively. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Also, taking 6 sacks against this team is a little rough.
Like,
two
the O-line,
by Mikael London, 2 by Brandon Dorless, and then 2 by Jalen Walker.
One of which was a strip sack. Yeah, it was not great. O-line definitely does still need to be upgraded. I don't want to say it's all Will Campbell's fault, but there's only so much he can do that the rest line is not picking up the slack for. So definitely to see some improvement on that.
I mean, he's not been like Joe Alt day one All-Star, but he's definitely good.
No. Yes.
Also, Falcons' defensive line isn't bad.
No, it's definitely not. Walker, they got that other guy that they drafted. What was his name? Fucking the guy out of
Mikael London,
edge rusher. No.
Brandon Dorless.
No, it's a rookie. They have two rookie first round picks. It was Walker and some kid out of Tennessee. I'm blanking out his name. Fuck it, it'll come to me.
Arnold.
I'm looking up.
All I can say is, I don't know why we were upset when the Patriots cut John Parker Romo in preseason.
Yeah,
because the Falcons, I feel like they made an even more egregious mistake cutting Younghoe Koo for him after this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Younghoe Koo had a struggle, and they cut him way too quick. I mean, he was like, with Justin Tucker being out of the league for being an absolute freak, all negative connotation implied. Getting rid of probably the best kicker, maybe outside of Brandon Aubrey or Jake Bates, was a really rash decision. I think, even though he had a bad game, you want to develop the kind of moniker with him that you're like, hey, you had a rough game, but we believe in you. We know what you can do. Go out and be go out and be your normal self next week. Like, I mean, every quarterback's had a horrible game every now and then. You don't cut Tom Brady after one bad performance.
I think it wasn't like one game he had bad. There was consecutive games. It was kind of like there was consecutive games. Koo was missing some kicks where it definitely hurt them.
The Packers held on to Mason fucking Crosby for generations, and he was doing bad.
I mean Crosby?
That's what I meant.
God,
yeah.
I fucking loved that run by Douglas there.
Yeah.
Where was that route running last year, my guy? Fucking hell.
What the fuck?
Well, I married a different coach.
That's Stephanie from fucking. Oh my god. From Lazy Town? Holy shit.
Oh.
Whoa, dude.
He's gained some weight since Stephen Carl passed.
Jeez.
God damn. Oh my god. Okay.
Drake May still in MVP conversations. They're 7-2.
Indeed.
He had a decent game, only 1 pick. He took 6 sacks, but that's really not his fault as much. So, I mean, they didn't really look at sacks for an MVP voting. Could be his fault. Couldn't hold on the ball too long. But I mean, I still think he's in that conversation.
Yeah,
definitely.
And show of hands.
Running game with.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say running game too. I'd like to see more Henderson pick and usage, and Terrell Jennings apparently being used in this offense was an interesting choice.
11:35 and a touchdown, not bad.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Show of hands. Who agrees with me that Bijan Robinson should have 20 plus carries on the ground every game? Like, I get that he's a good receiving threat, but he's also a running back who is extremely talented, and you have a solid O-line. Like, show some pistol, show some like not pro form, but like, line up a tight end in the backfield, get some like motion going there so you can try to get something going for a lead blocker or something like that. Like get some.
That was
it.
James Pierce Jr. So. That was the guy.
James Pierce Jr. Yeah. Why didn't that show up as a sack then for him?
Because he didn't cause a sack. He
just picked the fumble. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it was a middle line. It was like a weird stunt or like a delay blitz that
seems
happened.
Like from what I've seen, it seems like they had Marcus Jones on Christian Gonzalez, or sorry, on Drake London a lot, not Christian Gonzalez. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's some things about this defense that have
Marcus Jones is 5'8". Marcus Jones is 5'8". Christian Gonzalez is 6'1". And Drake London is like 6'4".
Oh shit!
Drake London's fucking tall. Okay, so
I thought
a 3-inch difference versus a fucking 5'8" to 6'4" is.
Damn, that is fucking 8-inch difference.
Oh, you said 6'1" originally. I'm like, okay, that's not the worst.
So yeah, take your second best cornerback. No offense to Jones, but Christian Gonzalez is Christian fucking Gonzalez. You're gonna take your second best cornerback, put him on the best receiver for the Falcons, with an 8-inch height difference.
Yeah, a bit of a head scratcher to myself too, but. I mean, in the end, it didn't matter too much. We still won. I mean, my ass was puckered to the point I thought it was going to seal itself up at the end there, but it was.
I do want to see that Drake London catch touchdown. Oh,
sorry.
Never mind.
Oh boy, an injury bowl.
Kind of.
Yeah. Shout out to the Giants that are wearing these older uniform throwbacks. I think if the helmet was just a helmet was a bit of a lighter shade, it would be such a better uniform, but it feels like they're a little too dark in these ones. The center field logo looks a lot brighter than their actual helmets. Don't get it.
Not wrong.
I don't know. It looks fine to me. I don't know if it's just the sunlight or just the way.
You think it looks fine because it looks bad, and you're a Philly fan, and this is the Giants in the AFC East as well.
No, I think these uniforms are clean.
The uniforms are. The helmets are the problem. They're just too dark. It almost looks black in like a TV setting right there. Damn!
Yeah.
Jeremy Shockey, is that you?
No, but it's. Oh, I think that's Theo Johnson.
Theo Johnson said, "Ooh, give that man a couple like colorful arm sleeve tattoos, and you got a throwback right there."
Oh, guys, the game's finally done. Thursday Night Football's finally done. Oh.
All right, 34-24 the final score.
Win by the Broncos. Good God.
34-24 the final score. Niners get the win over the Giants in the injury plague-ridden cesspool of turf that is MetLife. Mac Jones, 19-24 for 235 and 2 touchdowns, with only taking 2 sacks with no interceptions. The big story, though, is that man right there is doing everything humanly possible to win games. Christian McCaffrey had 170-plus total scrimmage yards and 2 touchdowns. 28 carries, 106 yards, and 1 touchdown. 5 receptions on 6 targets for 67 yards and a touchdown. Like, the 49ers are 6-3. He needs to be in the MVP ballot. He might not win it, granted. He needs to be on the ballot. Because the things he is doing for this team is reminiscent, and it's a basketball reference, of like LeBron on his first stint with the Cavs. It's him, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and Daniel Boobie Gibson. If you don't know who those other 2 players after LeBron were, I don't blame you.
Okay.
It is this is a Herculean task. Like, forget Run CMC. Just call this guy Hercules. He's Atlas. He's holding up the world. He is just. Ugh.
With all the injuries, San Fran's still winning games as much as they can.
Yeah, because Christian McCaffrey hasn't gotten hurt, knock on wood. Like,
true.
This guy has been
saying,
the cornerstone. Kittle's been off and on. Mac Jones is the starting quarterback for the majority of their games now. Deebo Samuel's been off and on. They've even had injuries to their O-line, and now Fred Warner's out for the season, and Bosa. Like...
And, like, you can't say that Mac Jones has played badly, though. He's doing decent.
Again, what year is it? The 80s? Return of the Mac. For the Giants...
It's Kyle Shanahan being a decent coach.
Yeah. Jackson Dart, 24 for 33 for 191 and 2 touchdowns with 2 sacks. Jackson Dart, 8 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Darius Slayton receiving 5 for 62 was their lead receiver. The Giants were able to keep up somewhat offensively. Dart is starting to look like a good option for them. Like, despite the injuries to his 2 best, basically, targets in Scatterboo running the ball or...
Neighbors,
thank you. Neighbors receiving. He's still making it work. Theo Johnson might be the reincarnation of Jeremy Shockey. He's just not dead. He's just no longer playing football, which sucks. But at the same time, like, he's just making it work. And again, if you can find out you have a cornerstone piece, your franchise quarterback, you can very easily not easily, but more easily build a team around him then, right? That's what the Patriots had to do. They were struggling to find somebody, and then all of a sudden they got Drake May, and look at them now. They have a chance to win the Super Bowl, much higher chance than they had last year or even going into the season. They beat the Bills in Orchard Park. Yeah. And the Giants now are starting to gather together some youngins that look pretty damn good. If they can get...
Question is, Evan Neal still there?
I mean, for the time being, yes. I mean, there's still...
Yes, again, okay, so...
There's some puzzle pieces, and maybe they have a corner piece that's got, like, a million different... maybe you just need to throw that one out, so, they'll make some changes.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, it's like, if Evan Neal's in the IR, so that's additions by subtraction, because you took out a traffic cone.
The Giants are 2-7, and they're, I think, the best 2-7 team in the league. And the 49ers are 6-3, and they might be one of the worst 6-3 teams in the league. But I mean, it's just because all of it runs through one player. So if you can figure out a way to like honestly, the best way to beat the Niners might literally be just to double team McCaffrey on everything. Just your defenses is always just 2 men on McCaffrey, and then
just do what the Texans did and hold on to the ball for like 45 minutes.
Somewhat.
I mean, that's what the Texans did last week.
Hey, Kate, does this look familiar?
Let me see here.
His arm got hit. That's why.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
His arm got hit.
Still.
Yeah, his arm got hit. But also his O lineman was like, "No, you are getting." You are not getting any
Holy shit!
whatsoever.
Holy shit!
Now that's the Mac Jones I remember.
Oh my god! Oh, but hey, you got the win in the end, so there we go.
Yeah, he got the win.
Yeah.
What is real?
No, okay. Also, the standings.
What is
San Fran is half game back in 3rd place.
Oh god!
They have one more loss than the Rams and the Seahawks, but the same win record. That's how tough the NFC West is right now.
So the Steelers defense,
John Wick of the league.
Yeah, the Steelers defense decided to play the football they should have been playing all year this game and went out of their mind. 20-27 the final score. The Colts lose their 2nd game of the season in Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Daniel Jones, 31 for 50 for 342 yards, 1 touchdown. However, 3 picks and 2 fumbles and 5 sacks. Jonathan Taylor, 14 carries, 45 yards. Big one there. They held him to under 50 yards. Receiving, though, they had 2 receivers with 115 receiving yards. Alec Pierce, 6 for 115, and Michael Pittman, 9 for 115. That was, offensively, these stats look really, really nice. However, it didn't really come with much success because they were constantly turning the ball over. To the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, 25 for 35 for 203 and a touchdown, no picks, 3 sacks. Rushing, Jalen Warren, 16 for 31 and 2 touchdowns. And receiving, Calvin Austin, 5 for 56. This was just the defense going crazy for the Steelers. 1 sack for Joey Porter Jr., 1 for Keon Benton, 2 for Alex Highsmith, 1 for TJ Watt. They intercepted 3 times. They took the ball away 3 times that way, and also took away 3 fumbles too. 1 recovered by TJ Watt, 1 recovered by Brandon Echols, and 1 recovered by Derek Harmon. An amazing job there. Also, a muffed punt for can't really call it a touchdown because the second you gain possession, the ball's down, but then they got the ball inside the red zone here. And then they threw it to the human tank right there. Number 81, Jonnu Smith. I'm sorry, that's not Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington is number 80. Yeah, there he is. Built like Shaquille O'Neal. Holy shit. He's so... Look at him. It's like a lineman.
Wide.
Yeah. So...
he dropped
that one. I mean, he was not ready for that. He was just like, he turned and was like, "Oh fuck!" Like, I'm not supposed to be the main option here. And Rodgers is just like, "Dude, I open my eyes and there's just this, yeah." But weird game because the Colts should have won this game on paper. They've looked phenomenal, but again, they couldn't run the ball. The Steelers defense shut that down, and then passing the ball, they were moderately successful. Again, they had a ton of passing yards, but then they were forced turnovers by the Steelers. They were fumbles by the Steelers. They were getting to the quarterback. I mean, TJ Watt went out against the Bengals, and I don't think he even had a sack against them in the Icy Hot Bowl. And then all of a sudden comes out here against the Colts O-line, who's been performing amazing this year, much better than they have in the past few years, and just tears them apart. I don't get it. Again, this NFL season has been the twilight zone. Nothing has been consistent over any team. Name me one team that's been consistent this year. Name me one.
Titans for being bad.
Okay, consistently good. Damn it.
Yeah. Seattle.
That's
shit.
A little arguable, but sure.
Yeah, they've had like 1 or 2
like,
downish games, but they still. Yeah, the closest thing to consistency has been Sam Darnold. I
know it sounds so.
What is real? Yeah. What is real? Future.
Dude,
why is everything
Baker,
chrome?
Dude. Actually, like you saying,
everything's chrome in the
you saying Christian
Squiggly.
McCaffrey MVP, Sam Darnold could be in a run for MVP.
Good fucking God, what have we come to?
Also you
Daniel
forget
Jones.
Steelers. Yep. So you forget Steelers standard is standard, play down to competition while they play up to competition.
Yeah.
9-8 Super Bowl.
I absolutely love this. Is going to be such a meme. The Aaron Rodgers quarterback sneak.
Oh yeah.
I think they got it.
By George, I think they've got it.
Oh man.
Oh yes. Steelers 9-8 Super Bowl.
For the Colts, you need to kind of address some of the issues you feel like with this game. I think the biggest thing is how your offense deals with a very talented defense, because the Steelers decided to be that defense this week. Kind of the adjustments that weren't being made, like chipping guys and trying to get more blockers in there to help Jones out. But again, got to give credit where credit's due. Steelers defense played amazing. Steelers need to keep this consistency up, which I know they fucking won't. But you know, you can ask them to do it anyway. And then also for the Colts, I'm interested to see how this defense is going to play even better now that they have, you know, a lockdown corner in Sauce Gardner, who they're expecting to play to the ability of 2 first-round picks and.
Oh my
God, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I remember that one. That's right.
Yeah.
That was bad.
He definitely heard some footsteps there. Just look at the. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know if there's yeah. I think that's a interception that happens, and when you're in the film room, the guy who's running film just takes the remote and just fucking hucks it at you at mock fuck, because that was inexcusably horrible.
Or just stares at you like, the fuck are you doing?
Bruh.
Yeah.
I would call this just a bad game for the Colts. Just like one of those games that just doesn't work out. Just any team has it.
Yeah. Yeah, and the biggest thing is that if you want to be a good team, Colts, which I feel like you still can be, the biggest thing that you're going to do with this is come out the next week and flip the script. You're going to find the problems, you're going to address the problems, and you're going to go out and you're going to fix them, and you're going to play better football. There's something to be said now about getting team chemistry back up. You did trade one guy for another, so your defense has to work around, a different cornerback, a defensive back rotation, and your offense has to tie the next man up to receive the ball. Now that you have Adonai Mitchell gone, but again, he wasn't a massive part, but he's still playing a decent bit. So chemistry and consistency.
Addition by subtraction.
I mean, somewhat, but yeah, you're also losing 2 first-round picks, so Sauce better play up to that level. So, and again, I mean, I don't know. It's Indiana. I don't know if they'll like Sauce that much. They tend to just eat tater tots and shit on the shingle. Here we go. Never had shit on a shingle? It's a piece of bread and like ground meat and cheese mixed together, and you just put it on the bread, and you get the bread nice and like toasty.
Oh, I thought you were being saying like somehow shit on a shingle.
No, it's literally a thing.
Okay, I
really simple Indiana struggle meal. It might be a classic thing next to like ham and tater tots.
This game was
I like
weird.
Indiana at some points, but when it comes to cuisine, God help me, please. Oh my God. I went to Texas for a wedding, and I literally like had a sweet tea and some, Chewies even for, Texas Tex-Mex, which is good, but not insanely good. And I almost cried tears of joy.
I miss Texas barbecue so fucking much.
Oh,
there's so many good places in Austin.
Yeah. All right.
I guess this game was so bad that we're not talking about this.
Well,
yeah, let's. I mean, C.J. Stroud got fucking concussed, and he had to rely on General Mills. So
it was only 3 points, though.
Yeah, they somehow. Houston's defense is really. They're the number one scoring and yard. Number one scoring and number one yardage defense. That defense is getting wasted.
18-15, the final score. The Broncos get the win by 3 in Houston. 18 for 37 for Bo Nix for 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and 1 sack. J.K. Dobbins, 15 carries, 61 yards. R.J. Harvey, 551 and a touchdown. Receiving for the Texans, Davis Mills did the majority of the passing. 17 for 30 for 137, no touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks. Lead rusher Nick Chubb, 11 for 34, and Dalton Schultz, 6 for 77. As you said, a very, very defensive battle. I'm kind of more concerned that the Broncos offense kind of looked like shit, even though obviously the Houston defense was a lot better. The Broncos offense should be a little bit better than this, I feel like. Only scoring 18 points against the Texans team who's not very good. Even though they have a good defense, it's not the greatest. For the Texans, this offense is horrendous with or without C.J. Stroud. You just got not much going for you. Nick Chubb doesn't look like the Nick Chubb that was in Cleveland. Might because that Cleveland O-line is phenomenal. I've been saying this for years. Also, like Davis Mills was playing a large majority of this. The fat lady might be warming up for Houston this season. They're 3-5, and now Stroud's going to be out at least a week. Oh, that hurts. Even though I'm a Bengals fan, seeing Nick Chubb
get stuffed.
Oh, yeah. Poor guy. Tell me he at least gets a year. Tell me he at least gets a. I don't know. They have a Stroud. Yeah. I'm trying to see. Do they have the? Yeah, they have the injury right here. Let's take
Sean Payne, bring back Bountygate.
His head got fucking dribbled like a watermelon on concrete. Holy shit.
Sorry.
That wasn't even. Here's the thing, though. That wasn't even he was sliding. Yeah, bad hit there, but that wasn't like a helmet hit. That was a shoulder in the chest plate. Like if Stroud wasn't sliding, clean hit. However, he was sliding, so a little bit late of a slide, which is why I had to look at it. But oh my god.
If his arm wasn't there, that could have been helmet to helmet.
Possibly, but I mean, honestly, his shoulder connected directly with the sternum area. That is a...
Ouch.
Yeah. That is just a. I mean, it wasn't as bad as what was it last year when Trevor Lawrence got fucking deleted mid-game. That was. Yeah. Still, I will say it once. I'll say it a million times. I've never seen such a clean hit as when Mike White got sawed in half by fucking.
The Buffalo Bills player.
Buffalo Bills middle linebacker who's sadly always hurt. Matt Milano. Yeah. Mike White literally getting put in the fucking like jigsaw let's play a game buzzsaw trap by Matt Milano mid-game. And I'm watching a guy literally turn from a I to a C because someone hit him in his mid-sec.
Yeah, you can't even say that was a dirty hit because it was just right when it was the throwing motion, like the ball just came out when he was getting hit, and it was damn. But Mike motherfucking
tackle, head up, shoulder in the chest, stomach. But yeah, tough game for the Texans losing their quarterback, but for the Broncos, this offense should be playing a little bit better, especially, so I would kind of address some of those issues.
Also, stop making fourth quarter comebacks in a way of that's been their thing for this year.
In recent news, the Jacksonville Jaguars no longer have to fly to London because they can just get kicked there by their fucking kicker. The big news from this game, other than Pete Carroll not learning about risky plays within the 5-yard line, is the one and only Cam Little went 3 for 3 on field goals for an NFL record 68-yard long field goal. And I believe this was an overtime game. This was in Vegas. I believe Vegas is one of the lowest cities to sea level in America.
Dome.
Oh, it is a dome, right? But also, still the pressure. The domes won't stop that. The domes aren't pressurized, so it wasn't. What I'm saying is, it wasn't a mile high, where it's easier to kick further because of they're so high up. Just fucking impressive 68-yard field goal, which we'll see the highlights for. But the Jaguars get to win in overtime by 1 point. Because Pete Carroll decided to go for 2 points in overtime.
One and done?
No. But Pete Carroll, no. With this Raiders team, what he inherited? That's like Bill Belichick at UNC. No, you're not getting him after 1 year. Do you know how bad the Raiders were last year? And you gave him Geno Smith, and you're saying, oh, you're out after 1 year. That's like handing someone the keys to a burning building and then suing them for negligence. Like, no, dog. Let the man breathe a little bit. He's in his 70s.
Sad thing is, though, I think the Raiders had a better record last year than they actually have now.
Yeah, because they had, Gardner Minshew and not Geno Smith. Geno Smith on the Raiders has been horrible this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. Now, again, if the Raiders want to fire him and then the Bengals want to fire Zach Taylor, I'll take Pete Carroll. Shit, at this point, I won't take Brian Kelly, but I'd take Ed Ogeron. Fuck it.
You'll take shit in a sandwich.
The Bayou Bengals. Can you believe that? Can you imagine the press conferences with him if he was the Bengals head coach? And then go Bengals. Go Bengals.
Also, Jaguars, are you a good team or a bad team? Yes.
Again, one consistently good team has been debatably the Seahawks. Other than that, who fucking knows? No one's been consistent this whole year. It's been the fucking Twilight Zone. Stats. Trevor Lawrence, 23 for 34 for 220, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack. Travis Etienne, 22 for 84 on the ground. Parker Washington, lead receiver, 8 for 90. For the Raiders, they're happy to have this guy back. Brock Bowers receiving 12 for 127 and 3 touchdowns. Amazing.
And 33 points in fantasy that got me the fucking win this week.
I actually won against Mamba on 2 points because of Brendan Aubrey. God, Brock Bowers.
Your name tree sound effect when he does the certain catches. Holy shit.
Ashton Denty, 13 for 42 on the ground. Would like to see him get a little bit more carries than Geno Smith, 29 for 39 for 284, 4 touchdowns and a pick and 2 sacks. Not a horrible game for him, honestly, in this game, stats-wise. So it was tough for them to go down and get to this. Here it is. He is kicking from the other end of the logo. And it doesn't even hit the crossbar. That could have been good from 70.
You're not wrong. Then
the biggest thing I'm worried about that the NFL is going to do is that they're going to see this and try to do something to make kicks not as super far. Because the fact that you can basically get it to the 50 and say we can at least get 3 makes defense so hard. But again, that also sells, I feel like. NBA is less and less defensive. They're focusing more offensively. Not many people like to see, 10-7 games. They like to see, the Bengals and Bears, just collapsing into each other's arms, exhausted at the end after scoring 50-plus points a game for the two teams.
Sad thing is, though, I think it was earlier in the game, Cam Little missed a 35-yarder.
No, he didn't miss. He was 3 for 3 on extra points and 3 for 3 on field goals. He didn't miss once. That motherfucker don't miss. He
might be a different game. That's right. It was different game. Sorry.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're in overtime, right? And
Jacksonville already scored.
I'm trying to see where Jacksonville scored. So yeah, they march down the field, get it past the 20. Great run by Etienne, doing amazing. Trevor Lawrence jumps over there, they get a touchdown, and then they go for 1 point, right? Kick off, really far run back, but they need 7. They can't just kick a field goal. They get a chance to return. Pass to Genty. There he goes. That's not Genty. That's Trey Tucker. My bad. They'll play there. It's a reliable Brock Bowers. Another first down. They get down inside the 5. Semi-play action. Right to Bowers. Red zone threat. Touchdown. Then you're like, well, if you go for 1, you tie it, and then if all the Jags got to do is go kick a field goal. So I see the logic in this. I really do. I don't know how much you trust the Raiders defense. I don't know if anyone really trusts them at all. So you go for 2 here. And you have Ashton Genty. You have Brock Bowers. So there's a bit of a conflict of interest whether to pass or run the ball. Here you go. You set it up, and it gets tipped at the fucking line. Wide open right there. But instead, right here...
Number 17.
Number 17? No, number 17 is Tyler Lockett.
Lockett. That's right. He's on the Raiders.
Yeah. So, yeah. And it's batted down at the line right there by number 52.
I will also say this for the Raiders. They do have another bright spot in the receiving room. Trey Tucker has been decent.
Yeah. I mean, they traded away Jacoby Myers, so he's now the wide receiver 1. Not the first passing option because Brock Bowers exists, but wide receiver number 1. So a game-saving block there by the Jaguars to get the win. Great win for them. And again, they just need to have consistency. But for the Raiders, it's good to have Brock Bowers back. Yeah. Alrighty. Saints and Rams.
Oh, shucks. He got fucked.
Yeah. As a matter of consistency goes, this was probably the only game where you looked at the score and you were like, yeah, that ended how it should have. Rams get the win 34-10. Shuck got fucked. They fucked Shuck.
Pretty badly.
Yeah. Chuck, 15 for 24 for 176, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack. Taysom Hill was the lead rusher, 4 for 30. What the fuck? Rashid Shaheed was the lead receiver, 5 for 68. Matthew Stafford, 24 for 32 for 281, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks. Kyron Williams, 25 carries, 114 yards and a touchdown. And Puka Nacua, 7 receptions, 95 yards and a touchdown. Utter domination, left, right, and center. Saints had 1 touchdown and one field goal. Rams had 34 points. This was utter domination by a team that's good offensively and defensively against the Saints, who don't have a starting quarterback that they're going to be able to rely on and whose best player legitimately might be Taysom Hill. I'm wondering when they're just going to call it and be like, Shuck isn't it, Rattler isn't it, triple reverse speed option, pass option with Taysom Hill, like clone Taysom Hill. Like just...
I'm not going to put all on Shuck for this game because the Rams defense is pretty good. Like, there's nothing helping Shuck. I'm sorry.
I'll agree with you, Law, because if Brady can clone his dead dog and get a new one, they can definitely clone a Taysom Hill and get a new one as well.
Well, Geneva Convention and Ethics would love to talk to you there, but great job, Rams, for the Saints. Keep drinking. Season ain't over yet. The probably biggest rivalry outside of a division, Chiefs Buffalo Bills.
Well, the thing is, you can already tell how this goes. If it's regular season, Bills win. If it's playoffs, Chiefs win. Just how it always goes.
There was a late comeback possibility, but that was shut down. This was in Orchard Park. Chiefs did end up losing to the Bills 21-28. For the Chiefs, Mahomes 15 for 34 for 250, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 3 sacks. On the ground, Kareem Hunt 11 for 49 and a touchdown. And lead receiver Rashee Rice 4 for 80. For the Bills, Josh Allen 23 for 26 for 273 and a touchdown. James Cook 27 carries, 114 yards on the ground. You love to see that continuing to improve. And then receiving, Dalton Kincaid 6 receptions, 101 yards and a touchdown. Great job by the Bills offensively, though they did start to sputter late and they didn't score anything in the fourth while the Chiefs were able to put up 8 points. Not something you like to see there, but they started out the game great. 21 points in the first quarter to the Chiefs, 13 only in the second. 21 points in the first half. Chiefs only had 13 in the second quarter. So the Bills did kind of let their foot off the brake a little bit at the end of this game, which you don't like to see, but again, they get the win, so that's what matters. Much better look for them. If the Bills didn't drop that game to the Falcons, I think they would probably be the most consistent team. They would be 7-1. Now they're 6-2 after this win. So,
if they didn't lose to the Patriots, they would be leading division by 1.
Yeah. Again.
Right, Mike.
Yeah.
Also, what's funny too, if the playoffs were to start, Kansas City would be out.
Thank
Guess
God.
who's the 7th seed?
Who?
Guess who's the 7th seed right now?
AFC
Jacksonville.
7th seed. Oh.
Jacksonville, yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, with their win, they had like a 64% chance to get a playoff berth. So with the Chiefs losing, and I think like they're third in standing in the AFC West right now. It's not looking great.
Third or second? They are third, just behind Los Angeles.
Yikes!
That one game.
Wow.
Because the Chargers beat them. Because the Chargers beat them in the first week or second week. So you got to remember that. Chargers did beat them. Jacksonville beat the Kansas City.
I love a tiebreaker. Oh, shit. Let's go Jags. Let's go Jags. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be tough for the Chiefs to get back into the playoffs. As much as I don't want them to make it, I still think they can. They can definitely, try to win some games. They're just above 500 at 5-4. They're just, they're just not looking the best right now. For the Bills, way to turn it around. You really want to win against this team. You just need to do it in the playoffs. But hey, if they're not in the playoffs, you don't have to lose to them. So this could very well be the Bills' season. But again, every time you say that, it's just you point at the loop of where the Bills go, and then you're just near the playoff collapse. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I would love to see the Bills win the Super Bowl. If I don't get to see the Bengals, the Bills would be one of my top teams to see win the Super Bowl. I think it would be great for them, a lot of their players, and especially that city. Other than Green Bay, it's probably one of the best small market cities, I think, for football. But yeah, not much else to say about this one. Great win for the Bills. Didn't like how it ended, kind of slowing down for them, but they still look very good. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. Yeah.
Well, it didn't help that Matt Prater missed the field goal, which didn't help.
That was a wide right. Anyway,
it hit the crossbar.
Seattle Seahawks and Washington Commanders on Sunday Night Football.
2 words. God damn.
Commies.
Yeah, I will say the best thing about the Commanders was their uniforms. Even though the helmet is still kind of drab, this throwback with some of the different colorations looked really nice. These colors aren't great together.
It's a little cursed because this is the same type of uniforms that RG3 was wearing when his
and Theismann.
Well, the helmet was different.
I know, but still, just a uniform. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Commanders to get an actual logo. Like, I don't think any other team in the NFL.
Or
I mean,
Alex
the Bengals.
Smith. Hold on.
Alex Smith.
When was Alex
the Browns,
Smith injury?
Whose logo for the longest time has just been their helmet on a helmet.
That's also just kind of classic at this point. But the Commanders is just a W. The Bengals has a B, I get it, but there's at least tiger stripes in it to make it look somewhat interesting. Like, for the Commanders, like, do something with this W, dog.
Okay, I think it was, oh my God, it was actually week 11. Okay, sorry. It's just because how they say, like, I think it was like the same day when Alex Smith had that major leg injury on FedEx. It was the same day. It's like Joe Theismann? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like RG3 in that uniform, Joe Theismann, Alex Smith.
All right, Seahawks 38-14. They get the win on Sunday Night Football. Sam Darnold 21 for 24 for 334 touchdowns, 1 pick. Wow. I'm going to say it right now, that's the MVP of the week. Only 1 pick and 3 incompletions for 330 yards and 4 touchdowns is nuts. On the ground, Kenneth Walker the third, 11 for 42. Probably been the most disappointing thing for this team offensively is that he's not looked incredible like he has in years past. However, who has been looking incredible, JSN, 8 for 129 with no touchdowns, though, which is kind of crazy. Cody White had a touchdown, though. 1 reception, 60 yards, and a touchdown. For Jaden Daniels, 16 attempts, 22 completions, 153 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 sacks, and 1 fucked up elbow. Chris Rodriguez Jr., 12 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown, as well as Jaden Daniels, 10 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. And receiving, Zach Ertz, 4 receptions for 46 yards. Utter dominance by the Seahawks in some of their better-looking uniforms. I believe like the Steve Largent era uniforms look phenomenal. Love that light green and mid-blue. That looks phenomenal.
It's
great
clean.
Job. It's very clean. Great job by Sam Darnold just to distribute the ball so efficiently. Only 3 incompletions for 330 yards and 4 touchdowns is utterly ridiculous. But the biggest thing we're going to talk about is the Commanders. Not only did you lose this game hand over fist, you went out there, and late in the game, the score is 38-7.
I think this is no. That's not it. Was this
no?
Okay, what?
It was in the fourth quarter.
Sort of run. There was some sort of like draw or run play here. But like you are clearly losing this game. You have no chance of comeback it, and
you leave Jaden Daniels in.
I don't understand the play call here where Jaden Daniels is.
I also first down there, and then yeah, so they didn't even put it in the highlights. But if you want to look it up, I showed my wife a video of it, and I said, "I'm warning you, this could make you very queasy," and she like audibly went, "Oh!" Like had to look away. It was bad.
I looked at first. I thought it was a leg. I thought it was a leg injury at first.
Yeah.
I repeat, how the fuck is that literally only a dislocated elbow? Because that by all intents and purposes looked like everything in the arm joint just broke.
Yeah. Like, why Jaden Daniels was still playing when you were down that much is ridiculous. That's the biggest question you have to answer for the Commanders because he could be out the rest of the season possibly, depending on how the tests return.
Thankfully, it isn't like the throwing arm, so the rest of his like career isn't in major doubt. But at the same time, what the fuck?
No. Horrible decision making there. You don't want to ever throw in the towel, but at that point, like, throw in the towel, Rock. Throw in the fucking towel. All right, second to last game: Arizona Cardinals and Dallas Cowboys.
This game just reminds me of one thing. You know how like the Patriots are like a thing where they can never beat like Miami, like in past years, obviously.
Yeah.
This feels like Cardinals are like that with the Cowboys. Like they always find a way to beat them depending on which team is good and which team is shit.
Yep. Cardinals 47, Cowboys 17 on Monday Night Football. Jacoby Brissett for the Cardinals, 21 for 31 for 261, 2 touchdowns, no picks, but took 5 sacks. And Murray DeMcConnell on the ground, 14 for 79. And Marvin Harrison Jr. had a really good game, 7 receptions on 10 targets, 96 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Cardinals' first touchdown watch that route that Marvin Harrison ran. That was hilarious. I think that was a field goal that barely made it in. Okay, yeah, that's the one. That's one.
Look.
And they showed CeeDee Lamb during the broadcast. He went, "Oh, we're fucked."
That's the worst when you like even when
be
like when you watch in basketball and when your teammates get dunked on and the entire bench goes like, damn. That was the equivalent of that, yeah. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 24 for 39 for 251, touchdown, 1 pick, 5 sacks. Javonte Williams on the ground, 15 for 83. And receiving lead receiver was CeeDee Lamb, 7 for 85. Many people are also talking about how George Pickens has not confirmed that he wants to stay on this roster, which is kind of tough. Him and CeeDee are a pretty good receiver combo for Dak here. And they are really
He's starting to crash out. He's starting to crash out.
He's starting to crash out. Yeah, starting to
happen eventually.
But again, Cardinals get the win on some solid offensive play from Brissett and from Marvin Harrison on an amazing play there. Sacks, though. 5 sacks from the Cowboys. One by Kenny Clark, one by Jadeveon Clowney, one by Donovan Ezekiru, one by Dante Fowler Jr., and one by Reddy Stewart. And then for the Cardinals, they also had 5 sacks. 1 by Walter Nolan, 2 by Calais Campbell, 2 by Josh Sweat. I still can't believe Calais Campbell is pulling 2 sack games at the age of 39.
Cool. So Kyler Murray's career is done.
You really think it is?
Even if it wasn't for the foot injury, when you're being benched for the remainder of the year for Jacoby Brissett, it's not exactly like don't get me wrong, I love Jacoby. He's a good old friend of the Patriots, but benching him for the remainder of the year is kind of a damning statement.
Yeah, like Jacoby Brissett's not bad. Like he has a high floor, but a low ceiling. That's one thing though. Like,
exactly,
he's not gonna lose you games, but I don't think he's not gonna like do like a spectacular like game-winning drives consistently. I think he can help
in a game manager, but he's I don't know about for a long-term success.
Life vest, he'll keep you afloat.
Exactly.
He's
right in the face.
But in the case of the Cardinals, like they've already been taking on water for a good chunk of the year.
He's the Kirk Cousins of Joe Flacco's.
I hate that that's an actually pretty accurate statement.
Jacoby Brissett is the Kirk Cousins of Joe Flacco's.
Huh.
And is trying to process this so hard, and I can see the gears turning. So, Jacoby Brissett is a mid-level, somewhat consistent, inconsistent version of a lifesaver quarterback or a life vest quarterback, where Joe Flacco is like the prime look of it. Joe Flacco this year specifically, like he's been probably the best. Like, oh, we're gonna bring in a quarterback try to save our season. Joe Flacco's been the reason the Bengals have stayed competitive. That and a lot of other things. He can't pass it to himself. But what I'm saying is he's like, Joe Burrow goes down, Flacco comes in, and like this offense hasn't missed a beat. The defense, but
woof.
Yeah. So yeah, Falcons, Cardinals, get the win, pull it out. They're in,
they're not going to win the division or go to the playoffs, but still.
The Cowboys? Or the Cardinals?
Cowboys is losing great. No, neither. Neither are not going to make. Cowboys are fucking 11th in standings.
My apologies for the stuff looking this crazy. However, we could do this.
Yep.
No.
My eyes.
Broncos and Raiders. Broncos tend to. Wow. All right.
It sucked. Yes. It sucked. That's all I have to say. I was watching it. It sucked ass.
Fair enough.
So yeah, there's no gambling for Golami because he's not here right now. Okay. Cardinals, Cowboys switch. I already see that switch.
Yep.
Raiders switch with Giants.
Okay.
Giants actually do have some stuff, while the Raiders. Pew.
I would honestly say, if you mind my 2 cents, I would say the Giants go up another one, and because they're just dealing with injuries, not really their fault. The fucking Saints, dude. Saints seem to be a lot lower, if I'm being quite honest with you.
Well, I mean, they think they're still better than Titans and Raiders right now. Like
Fair.
Browns did not play this week. Also Miami, but I'm still keeping them down there because Jets and Bengals, you're still stuck on the hip right now. I'm sorry, dude.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Is that where we're leaving it? Any? Yeah, because Baltimore got that win last week. That was Thursday Night Football when they destroyed the Dolphins with Lamar back. Yeah, I don't see any other team I could think of right now. But I could still have it, the Cowboys.
That we can. I like the sound of that. I do.
It's like...
I was just gonna do it to make Gorlami like just shiver in his boots when he gets here next week. He's like, "What the fuck?"
He's back home right now. Now, just take I sense a disturbance in the force.
Sad thing is, though, I think they're leading. They're still leading their division.
They are, yeah, because the Lions lost the Vikings.
Yeah. And also, it's not like Green Bay looks like shit. It's just. They're inconsistent again.
Yeah. Of Twilight Year season, nightmare.
Well, playing down to competition.
Yeah.
Like the Steelers, while playing up to competition, which makes me scared for this upcoming week of games. Segue.
Yeah. Segue. All right. Here we are.
Hold on,
our prediction scores. Macedon is leading at 114-48, went 16-4 in week 9. Right behind him is myself, 110-53, went 10-6. Then Gorlami, 109-47, went 10-5. Then KDF, 108-53, went 10-5 in week 9. And then Mamba, 104-52, went 11-5. Very close. The difference between the first and the last seed is 10 wins. That is very close. Probably the closest we've ever been at this point in the season. Alrighty. We will start out with a game in Berlin. And there is actually, not a marquee matchup, but we're sending, the best team in the AFC to Berlin. So... Indiana Jones is going to Germany to fuck up some Falcons. I'm going to take the Colts by 10.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a bounce back game. It was just that bad of a game. Steelers playing up to competition. Indianapolis by 13.
I mean, maybe the defense for the Falcons is firing on all cylinders, but still Colts by 9.
Alrighty, Giants Bears from Chicago. I want to take the Giants, but I just think the Bears have a little bit more of a complete team because of the injuries to the Giants. So I'm going to actually take the Bears in this one by 3. I think they can do it.
Bears also do have injuries on the secondary. I will admit that one. I just think there's not enough that Jackson Dart has on offense to really keep up. So Chicago by 5.
Yeah, give me the Bears by 7.
Alrighty. Bills Dolphins. Bills 14.
If you lose this Bills, you're fucked in the playoffs then. They'll make it to the playoffs, but they're gonna get bounced round 1. Buffalo by 10. Yes, I mean round 1.
Give me the Bills by 14.
Bills. Okay. Ravens. Lamar is back for this one, so for that reason, I'll take the Ravens by 2. I think they can do it against the Vikings. The biggest question is that how is that Vikings defense going to be able to stop the Jackson and Henry duo show? So we'll see.
This is a tough one because Flores could probably think of something. Again, trusting Derrick Henry to get me a win in fantasy football. Baltimore by 4. I need it.
Enough.
I think so. Give me the Ravens by 3.
All right, Browns and Jets. Holy shit bowl on a turd sandwich.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll rock with Ohio. Browns by 5.
Cleveland by 7. The reason why it's 7 because that's the only touchdown scored because Justin Fields is not a quarterback. He's just a running back that somehow throws, but that chooses not to throw.
I would love if there's a moment
like that for ages.
I would love if there would be a time when Fields snaps the ball and there's like that Aaron Donald moment with Geno Smith, which is just fuck, and like you see Miles Garrett.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Jesus. No, it's like I'll take the intentional grounding. I choose life.
I love that sound. They fucking got that sound. Oh my god!
That's good. Yeah.
So
Cleveland. I mean, I guess by 5.
Random guardsman sees a beast snag a boy hurtling down a fucking hallway at him. Like, Patriots Buccaneers. Oh boy. So the best team is gonna, win this one, I think. And because of the injuries to the Buccaneers, despite them having a bye, I'm going to take the Patriots. I think they have the ability to do it. I just think that you need to put Christian Gonzalez on Emeka Ibuka, okay?
If he's back.
Yeah, if Ibuka's back. And even then, if he's injured still, it could be like a little shaky for him. So I think the injuries kind of sadly diminish the Buccaneers' effectiveness. So I'll take the Patriots in this one by 3.
Yeah.
This is a tough one because this could be a good game. Strike my by 2.
You're fucking talking to me.
Yeah, you're not wrong. As because they got no Evans, no Godwin, as Gronk has call him, no Egbigbo. Possibly.
That CTE is fucking screaming at him in his head.
Yeah. Well, he can't hear it. The partying he's doing is too loud.
Sad thing is though, he still saved all that money. He spent no money from his contracts.
I know. Give me the Patriots by 6.
Yeah, that's one of the craziest things that I've seen is that there's been a lot of reports coming out that Burrow hasn't spent any of his contract money.
He hasn't either?
Yeah, Burrow's been doing all of his endorsements and signing bonuses. He hasn't spent his actual contract money, which is insane if he doesn't do that the entirety of his career, because that's a lot of fucking cash. Which makes me kind of sad that he didn't take a pay cut to keep some other parts of his team or whatever. Saints Panthers. No. He was the highest paid quarterback. I think he still is. Saints Panthers. I'll take Rico Dwaddle, and the Panthers are going to turn the Saints into the Aints. Panthers by 14.
Enrico, we trust. Cousin Rico? It's Rico Dowdle.
Uncle Rico.
Carolina by 10. Uncle Rico.
After the GTA news is earlier today, Rico, cousin, let's go bowling. Panthers by 7.
And by bowling, I mean running face first into the Saints defense and watching them run away. Jaguars, Texans, Davis Mills versus Trevor Lawrence. Shoot. Jags by 7.
Which Jags teams are we going to see? The bad one or the good one? Yes.
Jeez.
Jacksonville by 3? I'm gonna put a question mark because
we've been over this before, Maston. The proper pronunciation is Duval by 9.
That's the coach.
Sad thing is, though, probably gonna have a better.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, he already has. Was it? He are almost the same wins as Doug Peterson in his first year. Doug Peterson only had 9 wins, and he had to get that 9th win in the last game of the season.
Cardinals Seahawks. Sam Darnold looks like a force of nature right now with JSN. I haven't seen a stronger connection since the Ethernet cable was first invented. I'll take the Seahawks by 20.
Sam Darnold used to see ghosts. Now he has JSN as a ghost to the post. Seattle by 15. I guess no one gets that reference.
Not really.
I'm not sure I do or not.
Oakland Raiders. It was Casper. It was his last name. It was like the one of the big games of the season. I don't remember what game they're faced against. It's like sometime in the 70s. Come on, it's on NFL history. No, shut up. It's one of big NFL history shit.
Buddy, you walked into that one like a fucking freight train in a tunnel. What year? And you're like the 70s. No.
Because Loud Space. Come on. But you never heard of Ghost to the Post?
No, I've not.
Nope.
Really? I'm actually surprised.
Was that like a cartoon you watched when you were a kid or something? Or
it was one of them silent ones and the spinny thing where you had to look through the little tiny.
All right, Seattle by how much, Tato?
Give me Seattle by 14.
God damn it! If I show you a clip, you'll probably remember NFL clips showing that shit.
Yeah, okay. I mean, let me.
Maybe, but for now, we're gonna mock you.
Oh well, you can do it later, but.
No, I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't. Nope.
I froze for a second, honestly.
Rams 49ers. Despite the 49ers doing very well, I think the Rams defense can limit Christian McCaffrey enough to where the Rams can get the win. I'll give the Rams the victory in this one by 5.
This is what Rams need to win this as a statement win. I think they'll get it, but it'll be tough. LA by 4.
Give me the Rams by 6.
Alrighty. Lions and Commanders. No Jaden Daniels, no chance. Lions by 14.
Yeah, I think they're facing against a worse defense now. Washington's defense is not that good. Detroit by 12. They might play with their food, though.
Possibly. Give me the Lions by 17.
Alrighty. Steelers Chargers, Sunday Night Football from LA. It's LA. You know Rodgers are going to be off that perk. Steelers by 5.
I don't know. The Steelers do have a tendency to drop random games. Especially they did it against. Well, I know Raiders was their big one, but they've done it to Chargers too.
And
will that
good point?
Standard is a standard, but I think Harbaugh might have Tomlin's number for this one. LA by 3.
Yeah, I want to say Steelers because they're gonna TJ Watt can definitely expose that busted up a line.
Yeah,
but like you said, this could just be a trap game for them. The standard's still got to be the standard. It's only 5. Their record's only 5-3. That's got to be 9-8 by the end of the year. Give them another loss. Chargers by 3.
Alrighty. Eagles, Packers, the battle of the Cheeseheads versus the Philadelphia Cream Cheeseheads. I don't like how much Rico Dowdle ran against this team. I don't know if I'm going to like how much Saquon Barkley runs against this team. For that reason, I'll take the Eagles by 7.
I haven't seen anything if Saquon is fully healthy, but I think the bye week helped. Also, Tank Bigsby when he did that to the Giants last week when he was able to come in for Saquon. I'm going to go Philly by 11.
Yeah, give me them Eagles by 10.
Hey.
Thursday night game, K-Duff is going to love.
Jets, Patriots.
Hey!
Patriots by 15.
Patriots by 18.
Patriots by 21.
21. Alrighty.
Yeah.
There we go. Those are our predictions for week 10. And that was obviously our wrap up for week 9. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have new episodes coming out every single Friday at noon. Make sure to leave us a comment if you want us to answer a question or if you have any topics you want us to discuss. But thank you for watching. Enjoy football. We're getting into the second half of the season. So make sure you enjoy it while you can. There are a limited amount of football games you're going to see in your life, so make sure you enjoy every one that you can. Enjoy the fall weather as it is coming much, much stronger and the holidays start to approach. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.